This is Asean Now, and you're watching the Weekly Wrap. First up, passengers on board the Disruptive Malaysia Airlines flight MH128 have arrived safely in Malaysia. It was an emotional reunion with family and friends when the aircraft touched down early Friday morning. Meanwhile, the mentally unstable man who threatened to bomb MH128 on Wednesday was charged with recklessly endangering the safety of an aircraft and making threats. 25-year-old Manoj Marks faces a potential sentence of 10 years jail if found guilty. Next, a Philippine Air Force plane dropping bombs on Islamist militants killed 11 soldiers and wounded 7 others in a friendly fire. 2 Air Force jets bombed Marawi City on Wednesday, but one of the planes missed its mark. Since the unrest started on May 23rd, the number of soldiers killed stands at 38, with 19 civilians and 120 rebel fighter deaths recorded in Marawi. Also in the Philippines, a gunman killed himself after bursting into a Manila casino, firing shots and setting tables alight on Friday. Police said the man's motive was likely robbery and that the incident was not terror-related. The gunman did not shoot anyone but disappeared into the chaos of smoke and running people, leading to a manhunt throughout the casino, hotel, and shopping complex that ended just after dawn. In Indonesia, a proposed tobacco bill will roll back regulations to discourage smoking and open the floodgates to advertising aimed at teenagers. If the bill is passed, companies will no longer have to put grim pictures on cigarette packs. School and playground areas would also be designated as no cigarette smoke zones instead of no cigarette zones, which would allow cigarettes to be sold or displayed there. For it to become law, the bill has to be agreed between the government and the parliament. Lastly, Singapore is seeing a small but growing community of ant collectors. Ant keeping is a hobby that is catching on in the island state, which is home to over 40 ant species. Facebook group Ant Singapore has now over 400 members, and ant hunting trips are being organized to teach people how to look, catch, and care for ants. We now head over to Bangkok with our Thailand partner Nation TV for the latest roundup from the Northern ASEAN region.
Thank you, Kuala Lumpur. Here are the latest updates from mainland Southeast Asia. Although Thailand has been stirred by bombs, but life still goes on. Political parties and groups in Thailand have been suspected of being behind a number of bomb attacks, never occurring this frequently in the capital after the most violent one carried out at Erawan Shrine in 2015. 2 lowly damaging bombs were detonated early this year with slight injuries inflicted on bystanders. But the most severe one, in terms of psychological impact, occurred at the Army General Hospital, wounding dozens of elderly people receiving treatments. Netizens are condemning those behind the hospital attack, but mainstream media and human rights groups, strangely but frequently, stay silent. The Thai military vowed to pursue the investigation after initially giving a few names of people attached to a political group that was toppled in a coup 3 years ago. But life seems normal as usual to the Thai public, as it may realize that violence had been minimal and that politics will not resume until the military completes its reform of the Thai society and politics in a time frame nobody knows when it will be over. Cambodian government bans alcohol, citing it is a disorder. The government has issued a temporary nationwide ban on selling and consuming alcohol over the weekend to avoid disorder, continuing a regular election policy in Cambodia. A statement dated May 26 and signed by Prime Minister Hun Sen said that all kinds of alcohol consumption can cause violence, traffic accidents, the committing of other offenses, or in some cases, disorder. The statement said that all Cambodian people and foreigners living in Cambodia have to cooperate with the government by temporarily stopping the selling and drinking of alcoholic drinks on a day before the election and on election day. National Election Committee NEC spokesman Hang Putia said that the election body had suggested the ban. Colombia, Ecuador, India, Thailand, and the Philippines have previously had similar bans. Lao operators ask for longer hours at checkpoints. Travel operators in Laos have urged the Thai government to extend the closing time at border checkpoints to promote tourism in both countries. According to Thai Tourism Minister Kopkan Wattanawarangkoon, she said that Lao tourism operators want the Thai government to extend the closing time at border checkpoints in Nong Khai province and other provinces linked with Laos to midnight from 10 p.m. to facilitate cross-border traveling. Laos needs more processing time at checkpoints because they are strictly controlled by speed limits. Thailand and Laos have been working on cross-border tourism for years, aiming to promote the two countries' one destination campaign to attract tourists from the other countries. This is a story of a high-tech granny in Vietnam. She may be considered as great-grandmother for some people, but this Vietnamese woman refuses to lose touch of the world around her. Letty, a 97-year-old Vietnamese woman, still updates herself with news and communicates with her family through the internet. She knows how to use Google, Facebook, and Skype. The woman's hobby, however, is writing and painting. She also said that she taught herself how to read and write after being born at a time when women were not allowed to study in Vietnam. Let's take a look at this guitar boy. Now he is very famous virally online. An 11-year-old boy in Myanmar has attracted attention on social media, as some even considered him as a guitar hero. Akkar Pyo appears in many videos playing guitar and singing on social media. The boy is the eldest of 6 children and is often seen playing guitar alongside with his younger siblings, some acting as a drummer or backup singers. The boy's father works as a full-time market vendor but also performs guitar at parties for his part-time job. That's all for the updates from mainland Southeast Asia. This has been me, Patsurang Desha Puttarangsi. Back to you, KL.
Thank you, Bangkok, and thanks for watching. I'm Victoria Brown. Have a pleasant weekend.